Hello learners, today we will learn about opportunities in global markets. Introduction. The term global is used when referring to something with worldwide implications. In business, globalization is the integration of international trade and foreign investments, resulting in worldwide trade of merchandise and resources. The boundaries between nations are diminishing and vanishing. The entire world has become a market without boundaries. The buyers can access resources and information about sellers all across the globe and vice versa. They can outsource business processes starting from sourcing of raw materials, production facilities, and consulting services, just to name a few. Concept of globalization. The world's economy is gradually becoming intertwined. While the borderless global economy has been the goal of some individuals and companies, others have disagreed with this movement. Despite differences of opinions about the implications and consequences of globalization on international trade, we are moving swiftly towards a global economy. With no slowdown in the international trade anticipated, understanding world cultures and economies are essential tools for individuals doing business and providing communication and promotional messages to consumers in the 21st century. From the above discussion, we can conclude that several important factors have contributed towards the internalization and globalization. The following are the most influential reasons for the shifts to a global perspective in the textile and apparel industries in the 21st century. First is economic growth. Second, improved economic status of the developing countries. Third, increased global communication with emerging communication technologies. Fourth, improved transportation systems. Fifth, institutional initiatives to promote businesses. Sixth, global lifestyles. First is economic growth. Substantial growth in the global economies after World War II sowed the seeds for globalization, as it resulted in increasing international trade. Trade increased, if not flourished, as a result of increased consumer spending. Consumers had the means to purchase products from various parts of the world. Keeping this in mind, companies have been able to add capacity with the assumption of sustainable demand from foreign consumers. Moreover, fewer restrictions were levied on imports and exports as a result of collective vision of world economy to liberalize world trade. Fashion companies began outsourcing manufacturing to countries with lower labor cost, such as China, Bangladesh, and Vietnam, increasing profitability and enabling mass production for global markets. The shift contributed to employment in developing economies, helping lift millions out of poverty while creating a truly interconnected global supply chain. Second is improved economic status of the developing countries. In recent past, maybe over the last decade, developing nations have been exporting manufactured products such as apparel and other textile products with increased weightage as compared to conventional agriculture exports. These developing nations have taken the initiative to move toward economic and industrialized expansions, especially in the fields of textiles. Third, increased global communication with emerging communication technologies. Communication technologies such as satellite transmission and fiber optics were introduced in the 20th century, reducing time and distance for international trade. These advances in communication technologies allow importers and exporters to conduct business more quickly than ever before. Video conferencing has been used as a substitute to meetings with physical presence and thus reducing the hassle to travel overseas for trade negotiations. Moreover, worldwide communication efforts have stimulated demand for products in various parts of the globe where demand never existed before. Then, fourth requirement for the globalization is improved transportation systems. The transportation systems have substantially reduced lead time and transmit times. Also, the buyers and sellers can travel to various ends of the globe with ease. Powerhouses like Nike, Zara, H&M, and luxury brands like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Prada expanded rapidly post World War II due to liberalized trade and technological advancements in transportation. These brands used efficient global marketing and supply chain to reach consumers worldwide, further strengthening the global economic integration of the fashion sector. Fifth requirement is institutional initiatives to promote businesses. Various institutional innovations have been implemented to facilitate the exchange of goods and services and the transfer of funds for payments of those goods and services. Sixth is global lifestyle. With the advent of the modern communication tools such as satellite television and World Wide Web, Internet in a modern common phrase, the flow and exchange of information and databases is now a touch away. You ask for any information at any point of time, at any given place. You get it on your fingertips and within a blink of eyes with the help of internet. Consumers stay updated with the latest happenings across the globe with the help of satellite television. This has resulted in consumers becoming more educated and more informed than ever before. They have become liberated from the inadequate choices of products and services provided by the old and conventional communication tools as offered in the past. This has been supported by the ultra-modern and extremely efficient transportation technologies. The consumers now have access to products and services from distributors and retailers from across the globe. They can now order merchandise over the internet through the websites and e-portals, e-retailing and e-supply. This has led to endless choices and freedom from monopoly of domestic distributors and retailers. Globalization in supply chain. The fashion and textile industry is one of the oldest and most globalized industries in the world. From raw cotton farming to fabric processing, garment stitching, branding, retailing, and e-commerce, the value chain of fashion stretches across multiple continents. Globalization is the increasing interconnectedness of economies, societies, and cultures has reshaped the way fashion business operates, creating vast global supply chain that delivers style at lightning speed to consumers around the world. Today, companies are able to locate almost anywhere in the world, aided by information technology that vastly increases the speed of transactions across borders. The fashion industry has been reshaped by globalization. A bulk of the production takes place in the developing countries. India and the other countries of the subcontinent share a major portion as production hubs for global retail giants. These retail giants outsource the production activities from India, and many other developing countries are growing at a rapid pace as a production hub and a major competitor of India for global sourcing. In the supply chain, first important point is global sourcing of raw material. Globalization has enabled the textile and fashion industry to source raw materials from different regions where they are most abundant and cost effective. For example, cotton is grown in India, China, the United States, and Egypt. Wool is sourced from Australia and New Zealand. Silk is traditionally comes from China and India. Synthetic fibers like polyester are produced in countries with large chemical industries such as China and South Korea. This global sourcing reduces cost and ensures steady supply, but it also makes the supply chain highly interdependent. A drought in India or trade restriction in the US can ripple through the global fashion chain, raising prices worldwide. Outsourcing of manufacturing. The most visible role of globalization is in outsourced garment manufacturing. Fashion brands headquartered in Europe or the United States design their products but outsource the bulk of production to developing nations. Bangladesh, Vietnam, and Cambodia have become global garment hubs due to low labor cost. China remains the world's largest textile producer, though rising wages are pushing production to South and Southeast Asia. Turkey, Mexico, and Eastern Europe serve as nearshore manufacturing hubs for Western brands to cut shipping times. This international distribution of production reduces costs for brands like H&M, Zara, or Uniqlo and enable them to supply affordable fashion to global consumers. The rise of fast fashion supply chain. Globalization has given birth to the fast fashion model, where brands like Zara, H&M, and Shein deliver new styles to stores and online platforms within weeks instead of months. This model is possible because of design centers in Europe or the US that quickly respond to fashion trends, factories in Asia that can mass produce garments at low cost, global logistics networks that ensure speedy shipping. Fast fashion illustrates globalization's role in shrinking lead times and making fashion accessible worldwide. Yet, it has to create issues over production, waste, and environmental degradation. Fourth point in globalization in the supply chain is the logistics and distribution. Without globalization, the intricate logistics that underpin fashion supply chains would not exist. Fashion companies rely on container shipping for bulk raw material and finished garments, air freight for high value or urgent items, advanced logistics hubs in ports like Singapore, Dubai, and Rotterdam that serve as a global gateways. E-commerce globalization has further expanded logistics needs. Companies like Amazon Fashion, ASOS, and Shein operate warehouses in multiple countries to deliver products within days. This creates jobs worldwide but also increases the carbon footprint of the industry. Fifth is the global retail networks. Fashion globalization is not limited to production, it extends to retail. Luxury houses like Chanel, Gucci, and Louis Vuitton, as well as mass market brands like Zara and Nike, operates flagship stores in global fashion capitals like Paris, Milan, New York, Tokyo, and expand aggressively in emerging economies like Shanghai, Mumbai, and Dubai. Retail globalization also means a brand can develop a design in Milan, manufacture it in Vietnam, and sell it simultaneously in New York, London, and Seoul. This uniform global presence reinforces brand image but sometimes erases cultural uniqueness in local fashion markets. Sixth point in globalization is technology and digital globalization in the supply chain of fashion industry. Technology has accelerated fashion globalization by integrating supply chains digitally. CAD software enabled designers in Paris to collaborate with manufacturers in Dhaka. ERP systems allow real making tracking of inventory worldwide. AI and big data help brands forecast demands across markets, reducing waste. E-commerce platforms, example Shein, Zalando, Myntra, Amazon, Flipkart, connects global buyers with sellers directly. Globalization of technology ensures transparency and efficiency, but also increases competition, as even small brands can reach global audiences through online platforms. The seventh point in the supply chain of the globalization is cultural globalization and fashion trends. The supply chain is not only economic but cultural. Globalization spreads fashion trends across borders at unprecedented speeds. K-pop idols wearing Dior, American rappers promoting Nike, or Bollywood stars endorsing Zara influence consumer choices worldwide. This cultural globalization pressures supply chain to be more responsive. Factory must adapt quickly to produce designs linked to global cultural movements, such as Rihanna's Met Gala look or the latest TikTok fashion trend. Employment and economic growth. Globalization of the fashion supply chain creates millions of jobs, especially in developing nations. Bangladesh garment industry employs over 4 million workers, mostly women, contributing significantly to its GDP. Similarly, Vietnam and Cambodia depend heavily on garment exports for foreign exchange earnings. For developed nations, globalization shifts job away from manufacturing but creates opportunities in design, branding, marketing, and retail management. Thus, globalization redistributes jobs across the supply chain. Ninth point is the sustainability challenges. Globalized supply chains also introduce environmental and social issues. First is carbon emissions from global shipping and air freight, water pollution from textile dyeing in countries with weak regulations. Third is labor exploitation due to cost cutting pressure in competitive markets. However, globalization also spreads awareness of sustainability. Brands like Patagonia and Stella McCartney use global platforms to promote ethical fashion, while initiatives like the UN Sustainable Development Goals push companies to adopt eco friendly supply chain practices. Third is the vulnerability and risks. Globalization increases interdependence, which makes supply chains vulnerable. COVID-19 pandemic disrupted textile supply chain globally, showing reliance on a few manufacturing hubs. Trade wars, example US tariffs on Chinese goods, affect pricing and sourcing strategies. Geopolitical tensions such as Russia Ukraine war, Red Sea shipping disruptions slow down the garment flows. Thus, while globalization strengthens supply chain, it also creates systematic risk that companies must manage through diversification and digital resilience. The next topic that we learn about is globalization in retailing. Globalization in retailing implies the growing level of awareness, acceptance of global retail brands among the consumers across the globe. Foreign retail brands have become more popular than domestic brands over the last few years. Global giants such as Walmart and Metro are gradually making their presence felt with the ever liberalized trade channels for retailing in India. As a result, the domestic brands and unorganized sector is facing stiff competition and challenge for survival. It is giving rise to price wars and more frequent product amendments and value addition in every possible way. The consumers are enjoying the consequences of globalization in retail sector. First is the expansion of global fashion brands. Globalization has allowed brands to move beyond their domestic markets and establish retail footprints worldwide. Luxury names like Chanel, Gucci, and Louis Vuitton operate flagship stores in Paris, New York, Tokyo, and Dubai, while fast fashion retailers such as Zara, H&M, and Uniqlo have expanded into Asia, the Middle East, and Latin America. This global reach not only increases brand visibility but also creates consistent shopping experiences across different cultures. Whether a customer walks into Zara in Madrid or Mumbai, the store layout, merchandising, and product lines appear similar, reinforcing a standardized global identity. Second, access to new consumer markets. Economic growth in emerging economies has created new middle classes with disposable income, and globalization allows fashion retailers to tap into these markets. China, India, Brazil, and South Africa have become major targets for international retailers. For instance, Uniqlo adapts to its products to suit Asian climates and lifestyles, while luxury retailers tailor marketing to aspirational consumers in fast growing cities like Shanghai or Mumbai. Thus, globalization connects retailer to billions of new customers who were previously outside their reach. Third is the digital retailing and e-commerce. One of the most profound contributions of globalization is the rise of digital retail. E-commerce platforms such as Amazon Fashion, Alibaba, Shein, and ASOS enable cross-border transactions where consumers can shop for global brands with a click. Social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok also serve as retail spaces, integrating marketing and sales into daily digital life. The globalization of e-commerce breaks down geographical barriers, allowing even small brands to reach international audiences, while giving consumers greater choice and competitive pricing. Global market versus the domestic market. In the domestic market, consumer base is the local population and it is smaller in comparison to the global market. Global markets has the international consumer and has a larger consumer base. Market size of the domestic market is smaller, but global market and the market is expanding is wider than the domestic market. In the domestic market has higher cultural relevance, but global markets have the lesser or no cultural relevance of the product. Here, the competition in the domestic market lies with the local players or local brands. Here, they have to follow in the global market, they have to follow the global pricing or pricing strategy to sell the product. And competitors are also the international players or international brands are there which they have to compete with. Supply chain in the domestic market is local and in the global market it is globalized, where it is cut into different parts like sourcing the raw material from somewhere else, manufacturing at some other country, and selling the globally. Thank you. This is all about the globalization and global market versus the domestic market in the fashion industry. Thank you.